What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of the 1 hour RTG. It is Thursday, it is 11:17 at the time of the starting of this recording, and this is the team that we are starting with today. Let's hope that we can improve this team a little bit today. Specifically, I wouldn't mind a couple of new strikers and a right back, but I actually think we are positioned well enough now, guys, to head into champs on Friday. And try and get some games in. And with that, what we're going to do is we're going to hit the old start button straight away. And we're just going to go straight in and start grinding today. I'm not quite sure what I want to get done today or how I want to do things. I think we'll just start with the 85 by 10s. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I want to do today. I want to... I'm not... Hold on. Words. I'm more... curious about actually what I want to do tomorrow as per what I do today. And what I mean by that is I don't know if I want to play gameplay tomorrow or not, and part of that is due to the time that champs and content opens, right? So that was going to happen, and so obviously content comes at 6 p.m. That Sam's on duplicate storage. Content comes at 6 p.m. Then I do the 6 p.m. content video. Then I do the draft video. If I was then to do 1 hour of this, I'm not sure Josh has enough time to edit it and get it up in time. So we kind of like spoke on maybe what we'll do is get her and an 85. Maybe what we'll do is have words ready to say out loud as we speak. Maybe what we'll do is kind of prepare some packs for tomorrow, rip some packs for the team, and then kind of play 2 or 3 games if we can. I really liked the comment from yesterday about giving away 3 wins maybe straight away. You know, getting ourselves into a position where the matchmaking should be like fundamentally easy, like really easy. And I think what I will do is maybe just look at my opponent's team as we go in, decide from their team, are they in 4-2-1-3? Do they have Ruud Gullit? Like, what kind of team have they got? If they haven't got what is a perceived meta team, we could just back out. We could just play the game. If they have got a perceived meta team, we'll give them the win, we'll back out, and we'll go from there. That is not a great start. But anyway, guys, thank you for being here. This series has gone down swimmingly. I'm really happy with it. I'm really impressed with it. You know, Josh and I actually both saw the same comment that suggested to try something like this. It wasn't something I was overly sure would kind of work in a content sense, but you guys have smashed it. And so, well done. And lots of players in there. We get Fermin in there as well. And 96 Gyökeres. Now, he doesn't have low driven, but he might be one of our new strikers. With that, I'm going to start today with some 89 upgrades, and we will go eventually into the 87 player picks and the icon picks, because I think from those icon picks, we've possibly got a better chance of getting a higher rated player. A high-rated striker specifically, if we do that. So let's build like 5, 6, 7 of these, and yeah, we'll take some comments from the comment section. And the top comment that we've got from another like over 50 comments, guys, as well. And if you're enjoying the content, drop a comment anyway, even if it's not to actually ask a question. It just helps in the algorithm. The same as liking the video. YouTube have changed recently over the last few kind of like months and year to emulate things like TikTok and stuff, where watch time and engagement is now important. There was a good few years where liking the video on YouTube was quite literally irrelevant. It did absolutely nothing whatsoever. It seems like that has changed now, and letting YouTube know that you liked it really helps the channel and really helps the content. So if you wouldn't mind, I would appreciate that very much. But let's take the top comment. It's from Pirate Jazz. He says, "It seriously blows my mind how you chat logically." Not really. Read comments, respond, and do SBC simultaneously. I have to sit there and think about what I'm submitting, and I'm decent at multitasking and have 2 very good university degrees. Your brain is next level. So, well, thank you for the the compliment. I don't actually think I'm like so good at it. At least not as good as I used to be. I do remember like back in the Ruin of Anima days, you know, FIFA 11 through sort of like FIFA 15, where I would sit there and talk really in depth about a subject whilst absolutely smashing somebody in a game of FIFA. And it was the thing that set me apart in the content world. You know, there's not too many things that I think I've ever been better at or good at compared to other people. You know, people know how to grind menus. People know how to build SBCs. People are better than me at the game. You know, people can these days, now that I've got 3 children, spend more time kind of like gathering all the information together to kind of put a piece of content out on X or on YouTube. Like, there's just better creators out there than me. But that was always like one of the little things where I was like, yeah, nobody does this like me. I was good at the game. I was good at speaking, and I was good at kind of like also doing both together, which was always like one of the more impressive things back then, which isn't an impressive thing these days. Was almost like being nonchalant about when I scored a sick goal or whatever, because I'd do it whilst talking, and people were like, wait, does he not just recognize that he's just scored like an insane goal or whatever? But obviously even that in itself, you know, once you've scored a 45-yard rainbow flick volley 2 or 3 times, it just loses its kind of like je ne sais quoi, you know, it loses any kind of like value that it really had. So yeah, it was a good differential for me. It was a good thing that set me apart, which was quite nice. But it come from the pub days, I actually think. Like, running pubs for most of my life, you know, I started working in pubs when I was sort of 13, 14 years old, collecting glasses or doing bottling up for my dad, you know, like after the pub had shut. I was cleaning the pubs quite a lot. I was helping, you know, clean, like back before you had cleaners and stuff, and the staff used to like all pitch in and chip in to clean the pub. Like, I've always been in a working environment, and you can work in silence if you want, if you need to focus on what you're doing, but it's boring. So you learn to work and talk. And then when I started actually like working behind the bar and then eventually running the pubs, it became almost like a necessity to be able to do my job and talk to my customers and my staff as well. And so you just pick up on being able to articulate what you're trying to say whilst also doing your job as good as you can. And yeah, it's not always easy. And I can feel myself, even today in this video, at the very start of the video whilst I was talking there, I can feel myself now, and I don't know if it's because of lack of practice or because of old age, but I can feel myself now getting to a point where sometimes I'm like, oh, hold on, I've lost my train of thought. Like, and like, obviously, you know, losing your train of thought, that could happen even if you're just having a conversation, let alone doing something else. But yeah, I think I think the skill set is slipping somewhat. That's for sure. These packs have been absolutely terrible, by the way. I think we'll do the picks after this. I've got enough 85s now. Morgan says, we need to like this comment so Nep can read it out and see how appreciated he is in the FIFA community. Do you know what, man? Thank you very much. You know, I've been doing this for a long time. And for those of you that have been with me for a long time, you know, we've been through lots, and I mean lots. We've had some serious highs and some serious lows over the years, you know. And I feel super privileged and super lucky to still be able to do this every day, you know, have this be my job, my way of earning money for my family and providing for my children and for my wife. I'm super privileged, and I'm super grateful that, you know, in spite of the kind of cancel culture that we have these days, the things, you know, people enjoyed my highs with me and then didn't let the lows kind of ruin all what I think is the good that we've done in the community. So thank you very much, Morgan. That means a lot. It goes further than I think you think. And yeah, I appreciate that one. Andreb says, can't wait for the bronze pack method when FC 26, it never misses. I don't think I did one in FC 25. It's one of those things, and there's this really weird, like, there's this really weird, what's the word? How's the word to like say it? There's this really weird thing that I do ultimately, where when I think something's easy, I think everyone thinks something is easy, and so I don't do the thing. And so it's the same with bronze pack method. Like, bronze pack method is so easy, but it's easy to me because it's easy to me, not necessarily because it's easy. And it was it's always fascinating to see how somebody like let's ignore like the daily content creators like Ozio or Run the Foot Market Nick, who are both fantastic content creators, and they both have obviously fantastic platforms, and they get like a whole bunch of views. But there's a lot of creators out there that do FIFA content that's not really kind of geared towards an Ultimate Team audience, but still captures sometimes the Ultimate Team audience. So you've got people like Chuffsters, and there's a few other, SJM I think is one of them. There's a few like creators out there, and they get millions of views on their videos. And it makes me think sometimes, like, there is a big casual player base out there. I'm not talking about like the audience necessarily, like from my own perspective, but there is a big casual player base out there. And when I like something like the bronze pack method could be extremely helpful for those people, even if it's not extremely helpful for the kind of hardcores that I've become associated with watching my content, or generally the hardcores that watch FIFA content. And it's something that I've considered as a creator over the last couple of years. Should I be making content that isn't for my audience? Should I be making content that is for people that will come onto Google and just be like, how do I make coins? Or, you know, like, what do I do with bronze packs? Like, because I can imagine quite a lot of people have probably gone to Google or YouTube and typed in, like, what are the point of bronze packs? There's the video, right? That's the video there. Not, hey guys, here's how to get the best out of bronze packs. All you got to do is open like 73,000 of them, store everything, wait for the price points to change, and then sell it when the price point changes. And it's like, okay, well, that's it in principle, but how does it work in, you know, in action? How does it work in reality? And when it could, because sometimes in a moment for bronze packs as well, it's like bronze players, you know, an SBC might come out, and certain bronze players will go from, I don't know, 200 coins to 5,000 coins, right? And so I will then go and sell all my bronze players for 5,000 coins. And then like the next day, the video is like, oh yeah, guys, did you guys sell all your bronze players for 5,000 coins? You should have done, because otherwise you've missed out. And it's like, well, now that bronze pack method didn't really work, did it? Because you didn't actually like benefit off of it. So, yeah, I think, I don't know what I think. I think I need to be a better content creator. I've spread myself too thin, but both through the amount of FIFA channels. 97 now, I got excited. Both through having lots of FIFA channels to try and, you know, create lots of content for lots of different user groups, but also, well, I can do the 84x10s, and I think I will as well. Also, like, you know, with MFL and So Rare, which are two games that I genuinely love playing and are brilliant games, they take up like a lot of time as well, and it's more content, and it's another like, okay, I've got to go and do some more again. So yeah, sometimes like, you know what they say with like quality over quantity, and I've sometimes been in a position where my quality is good, and so I kind of like introduce a bit more quantity, and then that goes well, and so then I introduce a bit more quantity, and then a bit more quantity, and then the quality starts slipping. And that's where it's like, you know, it'll probably benefit me, my channels, my content, you guys, if actually I started producing less content but better. Anyway, that's for me to worry about, not for you to worry about. Purple Chicken says, during my first hour, I decided to focus. Obviously, Purple Chicken's like kind of emulating this. He's playing along with us. If you guys are as well, and maybe you could, like, if you've got the time, spend a couple of hours to catch up or something. Obviously, we're on Thursday today, so we're only on the 4th hour today, so it won't be like significantly difficult to catch up. But Purple Chicken says, during my first hour, I decided to focus hard on getting through the crafting upgrade. I think I managed to do about maybe 65. I play the account exclusively on console. Our friend Paul makes it too quick and easy. You're absolutely right. Although saying that, I did finally pack my first 99 rated card yesterday on the Meta RTG by the way of Ronaldo. Very nice. I did end up getting soft banned before the hour was up, so I switched from the Xbox Series X version to the Xbox One version to continue doing my SBCs. My third hour on the account was quite lackluster. The only notable thing that I qualified for champs in the first game that I played. Yeah, that is. I'm going to have a look whether or not I have to qualify for champs still or not. I can't remember. And if I do have to qualify for champs, it could be a big pain in the butt. But yeah, like I say, today, I think after we get these 84x10s done, I think we'll focus on the icon picks. Once the icon picks are done, then it's going to be like we'll take a look at what we've got as the team. It will be good enough to qualify for champs, like for sure. It's just about how long does it take rather than am I good enough to do it. And so at that point, it's going to be a situation of, do I want to build some packs to save for tomorrow? Do I want to, like, you know, like I say, like with the content not switching and the champs not opening until post 6 p.m., it leaves a really small balance of time to get everything done and get the video up by 10 o'clock, right? It genuinely just might not be possible. And so do I do some menu grinding in the first half an hour, save some packs, then come back again and do a second half an hour? Oh, there was one more 84x10 there, Jesus. Come back and do another half an hour where we like play first couple of champs games, just get two or three out of the way. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's like, you know, the first few hours, the first 3 and now today 4 hours, they're really casual. It's like, look, there's no, like, the gameplay is not part of the question yet. We can kind of take it easy. We can just kind of like really figure out where we're going or what we're doing. But once today's hour is up, it's crunch time. It's crunch time. Do we want 3 days of gameplay? Do we want 2 days of gameplay? Do we want to try and pack some players from Team 3? Or do we want to just be content with the players that we've got from Team 2 to the point where it'll be good enough for us? Like, obviously, the rewards that we get from champs, if there are any, will be Team 3 rewards. Will there be an SBC that will be good for us? Like, who knows, right? Who knows? And so there's a lot to consider after this hour. And so, yeah, maybe what we'll do, like I say, we'll rip these 84x10s. This should give us the content real comfortably to do the 3 icon player picks. That will also give us enough coins, as I said before yesterday, to go and buy like Hegerberg and maybe even Carlos Tevez. And I think that would actually be 2 pretty good strikers for us, to be fair. Maybe we'll buy a right back as well. We'll have to check the market, what the price points are on the players. And then after we've done the icon picks, maybe it's time to like just build some packs. Maybe it's time today to double check and make absolutely certain that we are qualified for champs, so that we don't have to like mess around trying to like fumble our way actually into champs, and we can just focus on you know, the kind of core parts of playing champs itself. Our pack luck today, it must be said, guys, you know, almost 20 minutes in now, has been terrible. We've got a duplicate footy Saliba today. Otherwise, no footies cards whatsoever. No high-rated cards whatsoever. Nothing of any particular note whatsoever. And so these icon SBCs are really going to be... They're really going to be important to whether or not we can improve this team. Now then, we need some 87s. As always, the 87s are really tricky, and I would be very surprised if we even have enough 87s. What I will do is probably put some 89s in to fill the gaps. Oh, beautiful. We've got one done with the 87s that we had. I will put 89s in to fill the gaps rather than 88s, because obviously I want to keep the 88s for the 88 part. And let's see if we can actually build all 3 of these before we go and pick the icons and see, you know, and build them, kind of build them all together. That would be quite nice. And what I'm going to do to try and reduce the number of high-rated cards that I need is I'm going to use 86s in the squads now going forwards, rather than what I usually use, which is 85s and 84s, because we're not going to have enough time to put all of our 86s and 85s into the exchange. There's literally just not going to be there. So, you know, now I think with one, like this Saliba, maybe Flint, should be enough to take us up to the 89 rated. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So before I would have had to put 3, maybe even a 4th high-rated player in there to get that done if I did the 84s. And so now obviously it'll be even easier. And then for the 87 rated squad, it will just be a team of the season, which will be very, very, very nice. And I don't know if I've got enough in the storage to... Like, I'd rather use like a really, really high-rated player. Like Borja Sainz is okay. And then I'd rather... there's no point using a really, really high-rated player now because we don't need to. But yeah, I think we should be able to get all 3 picks done Then we will open the packs, get all of our coins, open the picks as well, and then maybe see to go and make sure that we've got champs qualifiers. Next up, guys, we've got Jack says, I'm loving this series in the background whilst grinding. Hell yeah. Ooh, my 86s are gone already. I recently started watching UNEP full time, and I must say I've been loving it while grinding. Keep up the good work, legend. Yeah, I appreciate that. And that is what my kind of like my content and my channel is about and always has been about, is like the grind, how to extract the most out of the game from playing it rather than from being good at it or from spending money on it, but like quite literally simply from playing the game, what can you get out of it? That's always been like one of the main things I've always wanted to do, is just educate people on how to play the game in the most efficient manner. Hopefully we've got enough 88s again here. We should have got loads of 88s, and you only need 6 88s. It's a real oversight from EA with the 87 rated squad needing more players than the 88 rated squad, because the 87s, like as I said yesterday, I think there's only like 10 or 11 different 87 rated golds that are in packs right now, which is silly, isn't it? You would think that EA would be like, oh guys, there's like distinct lack of 87s in packs, let's make this maybe like 4 87s and 5 86s instead, and let that be the squad requirement, something like that. But hey ho, EA in their infinite wisdom they don't always think about everything that is actually important. Right, let's go and get some of our, what can we put in? Ronald Koeman can go into here. And then I think I need a 95 as the next one. So Sam's, even though she's our right back right now. Oh, that's not even enough. So it's going to have to be a 96 or a 97 again. What about Mateo in there? That's not enough. It's because I just don't have enough 96s. Now we're in a position where I'm going to have to go and put in like a couple of these lower rated players. We're going to have to start putting in 3 special players. If I have enough fodder to do all 3 of these and then still rebuild into some packs, that would be quite impressive. I just don't know if I have. I don't actually know how much fodder I've got, to the point where, again, we might have to start ripping those 77x5s to like get back on top of the content needed. Upamecano's going to go. We'll use Collier and Saliba as our players. Sam's can go in there as well. Is that enough straight away? Yes, it is. Lovely. So we've got, what do we got? 6 more squads to go, and then we've got all 3 of them. B4M says, loving the series. It made me go back on my own game for the first time in a long time. Let's go. I ended up pulling 2 99s. First time I've had R9 in an Ultimate Team 2. Keep it up, mate. Yeah, the 99s stuff is really, really strange because people are struggling to get the 99s. There was a guy that tweeted me yesterday after I tweeted the fact that I had struck my first 99, which obviously I was delighted about. And he tweeted, he's done, man, I don't want to misquote, but I think it was like 9,000 player picks and like 3,000 of the 89 exchanges, and he still hasn't got a 99, which, that's a lot. I don't know how you would evade the bans. Like, you'd have to sit on the game, like, seriously, 24/7. Like, I don't know. Like, he's probably doing it on, like, companion app and web app, PS4, PS5 version, and PS4, PS5, like, and doing it every day without fail, which is, it's extreme. It is extreme. However, he hasn't got a single 99 out of all of that, which is unreal, right? Which is unreal. But then there was also somebody that responded that's got 3 99s this week, and that is 2 R9s and Nuno Mendes, and he's done like 70 packs. And it's just like, damn, man, like, I get it. Like, it's all luck at the end of the day. You know, you could open 1 pack, and in fact, in the 99 pack that I got Ronaldo in, I also got 98 Buffon, and he's not a player that I pack regularly. So, you know, that was quite fun. That was quite interesting as well, quite nice. But it's mad, isn't it? How some people just have the luck and some people really, really don't. And for me, you know, we got the Kelly Smith yesterday, but for me, the luck really hasn't been there. For the amount I've grinded, even on this account, you know, that Kelly Smith came from the. What did she come from? She came from the player pick, the icon player pick. CS is in the midfield, so Flint can go. Oh, Mia Hamm can be my striker. For Mia Hamm and Jokeres, I think, can be my strikers. I'm going to have to put 3 players in here, mind you. Yeah, even though we got her from the player pick, we just haven't got anyone good on this account yet. Like, we haven't got an outstanding player where we're like, okay, we've got a marquee player finally. How sick is that? We just don't have it. Emil Smith Rowe fan, let's go, man. Says, I have a 97 rated team, absolutely meta and fun. But next year, I definitely think running multiple RTGs at once, such as World Cup 1, Arsenal 1, etc., as well as a proper team is the way to go. I can't wait for what you have for us next year. Well, I appreciate that, man. And yeah, there was... When I was watching the Foot Accountant and the Foot Economist talk together on a podcast, let's get rid of Lauren James. The Foot Economist, who used to be a content creator and now works for EA, and he's a really nice guy, Jamie, and you know, he deserves everybody's respect when they're talking to him about the game because he gives respect when he talks. But he kept referencing in the stream with the Foot Accountant something called the Gauntlet, and I was like, my head was on Mars. I was like, wait, what's the Gauntlet? He was talking about it like everybody knew what it was. You know, he was like, oh yeah, like, you know, we're going to have things like champs and challengers. We're going to have like the friendly tournaments and the Gauntlet. And then it turns out it's something that's in Madden, which might be why he was speaking about it so freely, because it's something that they obviously have in a game anyway. It's not like it's like this most secretive project. But nobody knew anything about it. I reached out to the kind of like leakers that I know, and I was like, guys, what is the Gauntlet? You know, like, here he is talking about it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Like, what is it? And they didn't know what it was. The news has started to come out today what it is, and I'll read you what it is basically, because it's so exciting. Footspy says, run the Gauntlet mode, a mode of winner stays on. The more you win, the better the rewards. Each game comes with squad requirements ranging from maximum pace, maximum silver bronze, minimum leagues, etc. And so more information that we've heard of and know now is that it's also 5 games. So if you lose, you're out, but if you win all 5, like, the more you win, the better the rewards are. It's effectively draft. It's effectively draft. I'm actually going to take this Patrick Kluivert. Am I going to take this Kluivert or am I going to take this Foodie? No, I'm going to take Kluivert. We're going to need some strikers maybe eventually. Yeah, it's effectively draft with the requirements in regular Ultimate Team. If it is repeatable... Oh, let's go. Patrick Vieira. Whoa. If it is repeatable, like, even if it's not repeatable and it just comes out here and there, it's just going to be great. It's just genuinely going to be great. All right, we're going to take Charlton here. Just in case he does go into that midfield setup. That's not bad. This Patrick Vieira, really good for us. 5-star, 5-star, great stats. Engine chem style or Hawk chem style on him. He's got low driven, quick step plus and finesse shot plus, which is perfect. And then Kluivert, who doesn't have low driven, so maybe we won't aim to use him long term, but does have like great stats, is in there as well. So let's rip open. I think I'm just going to buy Black Stenius. Let's rip open these packs now. We're barely 30 minutes in. Let's rip open these packs and probably go and just kind of like figure out the team, then figure out if we're going to have to qualify. Well, I am going to have to qualify for champs. I think the problem that I have isn't do I need to qualify for champs or not. The problem that I have is, do I need to play rivals, get the points to qualify for champs? That is going to be the biggest caveat. And if I do, we might just be in trouble. It might be a case of like not being able to play champs by the end of it, because yeah, if I end up having to spend like literally an hour in rivals getting the points, we've only got 3 hours left. But I do think we're in a good spot with the team now. As I say, we'll need to buy a right back. Let me get Footbin open and go and see what the right back options are. Is that who? Is that what? Is that where? Is that Mycon still available? I know he's a lot of squads. I don't even have the fodder for it, to be fair. So right backs, we've got the first affordable right backs. Marcus Rashford, 169k. Neve Charles, she's very good. I've used her in on my Meta RTG. She's only 81,000 coins. She's a left back and right back. That might be the player that I go for, because she is very good. And she's only 80k, but that would mean that we probably couldn't buy Hegerberg. Oh, we get a promo card. Let's go. Otherwise, we could buy... Is Harder worth anything? No. Otherwise, we could buy... what do we got? Lundqvist. Oh, no, that was an SBC. She's 24k, but can't afford her. There's a few of the Chelsea guys that are quite cheap. Swanson is 20k. Like, maybe we would just use a right back that we packed. Yeah, Nelson Semedo is quite expensive. Jonathan Davis is quite expensive. I think of the quality fullbacks, I do like Charles at 80k. If we can also buy Hegerberg and Charles, that could be the play. So we've already got enough for Charles now. She's 80k. We've got over 80k. I think Hegerberg was like 27k, something like that, 25k. So we're going to need to get up to around the 105, 110,000 coin mark off the back of these packs. We're already at 90,000 coins now, so that's not going to be impossible. That's for sure. Do we have anything on the trade pile? Just that Hunter Chem style. Maybe one more special card packed would be nice, just to discard it and grab ourselves that guaranteed coins. But we're up to 94,000 coins now. I might just do a few extra like SBCs just to you know, give ourselves a few extra thousand coins. We're up to 97/98,000 coins now, with 3 jumbo gold packs go. Now, if we get some good consumables in here, it would be quite nice. Although it is fair to say that because of that pick that we get every day, the price point of anchors, shadows, hawks, engines, I think they've dropped a little bit. However, I don't think it matters because we're already well over the 100,000 mark now anyway. So once we discard all of this, yeah, we will have enough to buy Hegerberg and Charles. And then we'll use Patrick Vieira up front as well as our second striker. And then I think, short of applying chem styles and maybe grinding a few more packs for ourselves, we could be good to go in and play a qualifiers game. Let me let's just double check. So champs. Okay, I'm not qualified, but yeah, I think we're going to have to today, guys, play our first game and try and get ourselves into... I mean, I didn't use Buffon in there, otherwise I've got no goalkeeper. Yeah, and try and get ourselves into champs. So Private can go on the bench for now. And Vieira's going to go into the starting lineup. Gyökeres can go... Well, I might start Gyökeres over whoever else it was that I was gonna use, because it just doesn't matter, does it? Put him on the bench there. Yeah, if we put Vieira up front, let's get Matteo off the team. Cucurella goes in. I don't think it's like massively necessary for me to do tactics. I will do tactics. I don't think it's massively necessary for me to like look at chem styles just yet, because we might, you know, the team might still change a little bit, but we are going to have to go and buy Charles. There we go. Neve Charles. Special card. We're up to 112,000 coins. So spending 80,000 coins on one player is a lot, but obviously she's a very good player. And, you know, England, Spain in the Euros final, she might go to a 99. Not that it'll be relevant for this series. Oh, hold on. It's because right back. She does have right back. She is a left back by default position, though. This is a whopping waste of time if we're not able to actually find a Neve Charles. Why does Footbin say she's 80k? She was an SBC. God damn it. That's on me. That's on me. All right, so let's go and find a new right back. Let me put a price point of a right back, maximum 50,000 coins, filter by price. What have we got? Carlos Puyol, 37k. Morera, Swanson, Sesko, Minge, Mittelstadt. Asperige, he's 22k. Lucy Bronze, Jonathan Klaus at 50k. Yeah, let's go and get Klaus, I think. Damn, what an oversight. What an oversight. And I knew she was an SBC as well, but what an oversight. Let's go and grab ourselves Jonathan Klaus. There he is. Now, he's got quite a few special cards this year, hasn't he? So we're going to select the actual footies card here and go and grab him for around 50,000 coins. And so that does leave me with, like, again, a fair old chunk of coins. I think the team's, like, decent, though. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it needs much. I think Jokeres as well is going to be good enough with rapid, low driven, press proven, and finesse shot. Let's just do just a little bit of team management. I just want to get the players set up to how I want them. So short passing and balance is absolutely fine. I want one advance forward and one target forwards. 2 wingers that are balanced is fine. And then I want a deep lying playmaker to build up. And then I want a holding to defend. And then the fullbacks are fine. Obviously, all we're trying to do, and I don't mind starting in the 4-4-2. I will eventually, hopefully, change to a different formation. But all we're trying to do, and my thing might disappear here. You might see my game screen disappear. But all we're trying to do is to get qualified for champs. I don't want to waste time here. I just want to get in, get it done, and get out. Oh. You believe I probably don't have a manager. As I promised you guys, man, I started with nothing on this account. Nothing. I have to buy a manager to take me into the game. And here we go. Oh, no. Oh, that's on me. I just selected both kits and pressed go. It's going to be a mad kit clash, this one. Maybe it won't be too bad. Maybe it'll be like the white and yellow will be distinct enough. Maybe. Let's see. Come on, pal. We haven't got time to waste. Oh yeah, that's all right. We can work with that. It's not absolutely perfect, but it's not awful either. Patrick Vieira on his debut. There's that strength. There's that strength, baby. Come on. There's that strength. War a kit clash from me, guys. What a kit clash from me. I just want to literally, like, just get the ball down. Play. That's poor. And make sure that this guy just feels like he's completely, like, out of his depth. Okay, this kit clash when attacking is all right, but when defending, it's actually pretty tricky. Ian Wright. He's on. Nia Ham here. Good deep. Not the end result they wanted from an encouraging position. Right. Good deep. Love that. Here we go. Here we go. Who is that? Kelly Smith. Oh, you've got to be faster than that. You've got to be faster than that. What a lucky bounce back for him there. There's good width to this attack now. Nice, Salaba. That's so poor, isn't it? That's great little bit of skill from him. Oh, we're selling. I might have to back out of this one, guys, genuinely, just because of the kit clash here. There we go. Oh! Vieira! How? Well, it comes to nothing in the end. How?
That wasn't far away, was it? They do well to create the chance. They just couldn't quite finish.
It's outrageous from Patrick. There we go. There we go. Now we're just two guys that like watching our celebrations. Here we are. Right, I've got plenty of time. We've still got 20 minutes of today's episode left. What time am I actually on? 38 minutes, 43 seconds. So we've got plenty of time to get the game through. I would have appreciated a very quick and easy rage quit. He's offside, right? Doesn't matter anyway. Debinia. Come on. Oh, what a challenge that is. I thought the other player was mine. Oh, he's butchered it. That's all right. Just making it extra hard on myself for no reason, really, guys, aren't I? The way. It's the way. It's the way. It's the way. There we go. It's 3-1. It's Declan Rice. Rice, baby. Bum, 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 bum. All right, come on, pal. 3-1 down. It's qualifiers, mate. It's qualifiers. Just back out. Just back out. You need one win. Friend, you need one win.
Not so much given away as cleverly won.
Oh, Megged.
Vieira.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. I thought the guy that had the ball there was my player.
And that's it for now. Right.
Oh, Saliba. Nice. Yeah, see, just put your pad down, mate. Put your pad down. Out the game, pal. Out the game. Come on. Put your pad down. You stop defending because you're getting smashed 4-1. Yeah, thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Well done. Hey, listen. Should have quit at 1-0 and saved it. Saved us both the stress. You know? You should have saved us both the stress. Right. Crisis 1 averted. We have got qualified for champs. Let's end those playoffs and get ourselves, what, like an 85 plus pack or something? What do we get for that? Small Prime Gold Players Pack. Hey, listen, you never know. You never know. We also get a pack for playing a game. Is quite fun, isn't it? There you go. 1 pack. What do we get for that? An 83 by 3, something like that? An 83 by 2. Let's go. And then... Wait, what other objectives did we do? A foundation objective. Evolutions. I'll play 1 game. What do we get? A free Evo for that. The Welcome to Evolutions Evolution is there. So, here we go. We're going to open these 2 packs, and then we're going to go and start the build. And I think what we'll do is I'll just build as many 89 pluses as I can. And then build into 87 and 86s, and 88, sorry, 88s and 87s. And just try that kind of cycle of, is it sustainable just going through 87, 88, 89, 87, 88, 89? Are we building packs for that? To start with, though, we'll build as many as we can. Let me go back on for the comments whilst we build these, though. Umair says, Nep is probably the most legendary FIFA YouTuber out there. Thank guys. I don't know where all this gas is coming from, but thank you very much. Let's just also make sure we don't put somebody into the team now that we care about. Gypsy says, I've still been doing the 84x10s as they only require 1 team in the season, which makes up 1/4 of an 89 exchange. Just a thought. Yep, you're absolutely right. Oh, the game's crashed. So we'll add a minute on again, guys. Yeah, you're absolutely right. The 84x10s do have value if you can be bothered to do. Basically, if you're like where we are on this account, where we just don't have like an excessive amount of everything, I think the 84x10s could be good. But obviously, with the 50 player pack, you just get more players and a guaranteed 85 plus. Not that makes too much of a difference, but you just get more players, which means more opportunities of packing more specials. But yeah, the 84x10s, they aren't terrible. They aren't terrible. Jordan says, hey bro, I've been watching you since 2015. I'm excited for FC26 because I'm Mexican and our league is coming back to the game. Yes, it is indeed. Tigres OP, baby, let's go. We'll be doing an RTG with my team, Cruz Azul. Thanks for the vids and taking our feedback over the years. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, it's going to be good to have Mexico back in the game. I think Gignac, I think his way back is going to have... He's still playing Gignac. What is he, like 38 years old now, 39 years old? He's still kicking about, which is absolutely unreal. But yeah, his way back will have a great time to have Gignac back in the game, I think. And it's going to be great just in general to have the... Oh, I've got positions on, haven't I? To have the Mexican League, yeah, back in, which is pretty good. Hanskers 00 says, not sure if you're allowed or able to do videos on a web app using Pale Tools. No. Yeah, no, unfortunately. King Godly says, hey, where are these comments coming from? What did I say? I I must have said something in the video about something, because King Godly says, Nep, a legend like you is not respected in the community. I've been watching you since back in the day. Please never quit this content. It's amazing. Keep going. Well, thank you very much, man. And yeah, I've no intention to quit. Maybe pivot. Maybe like do other things. Maybe do some football content. And like I said earlier, some So Rare, some MFL, things like that. Games that I enjoy playing. Neil Quincy says Lukaku can play left back. Can he actually? Mate, the amount of left backs compared to the amount of right backs we've got. Yes, it's mad actually, because of the left backs that we've got as well, none of them can play right back. They can play left mid. AB says, I need help, Nep, because I finished all players and icon SBC. Should I save the high-rated dupe fodder? Or should I use it, everything in the 89 exchange? So what I would do is I'd probably save all of my 97s and above and use everything else in the exchange. Because then when like a new player SBC comes out, you'll be able to obviously just go and complete that SBC straight away and then start replenishing the content again. So yeah, I would personally save all 97s and above. What have we got in storage? Anything? No, I might have to go and do some 88 exchanges as well. What have we got here that we're going to be able to get rid of? Clivert can honestly probably go, to be fair. Rodman can go, and Figo can go. I don't need to save that Hullet actually, but I do want to save Gianluigi Buffon because he is currently our goalkeeper. So that would be bad to get rid of him. Right, I don't know how many packs we got there. 7, maybe? Yeah, 7, not bad. Maybe we can get our first 99 footies, guys. How awesome would that be? Swedish striker, icon. Wait, who is that? They're like Shelling 91, I think, isn't it? Who's the footies? William Saliba again. Fun. Fun. Hey, listen, we've got enough fodder back there, though, for another 89 exchange and 1 spare. Hey, not much of a question. Just want to say thank you. I'm a long-time watcher from FIFA 16 Ruin and Randomer days. I haven't watched since FIFA 19, but stumbling onto one of your Meta RTG vids one day. Oh, is that the first time we've got Canu? It feels like it. Footies are coming out, guys. It's made me enjoy playing FIFA again in its current form. Appreciate the content. Well, thanks very much, man. Appreciate that. Connor says, I love your vids. I hope you do a Road to Glory battle, like a 1 hour versus Matt HD Gamer or Ozio, etc. Matt actually reached out the other day to see if we wanted to record something. So I think Monday we've penciled in to maybe try and figure a little something out. So that could be that could be quite fun for sure. I think I did not last year, but the year before I did something called Race to Glory. Was it FC 24 or was it FIFA 23? I can't remember. But I did Race to Glory, 1 against Bates and 1 against Nick. And the premise was like a themed RTG, but we don't know what the objectives are until we start. And then we drew the objectives, we learned the objectives, and we had a certain time limit. And the winner was the person that was able to complete the objectives first. And it was really fun against both Bates and Nick. And it didn't really take off because it was really hard in those moments to get content creators to commit like 6 hours in one recording session. To say to someone like, "Hey, can you come and play a FIFA, a game of FIFA for me for 6 hours? You can record it. You don't have to, or whatever." But yeah, people just weren't obviously, understandably, weren't kind of like willing to give up that time. But maybe now with the game state where we're at now, where it's so easy, like even 1 hour is enough to kind of like really like create something. Maybe we can. There's a Ronald Koeman again. Love these packs, man. There's so many good, like so much quality fodder back from a pack like this. Yeah, maybe we can like revisit that and try and do a bit of like another Race to Glory. I am going to do Race to Glory again myself, with myself. Like Josh is going to be creating the rules for the game state for me, and I'm going to just be there and be like, "Yep, right, guys, let's open the rules and let's see what we've got to achieve within whatever time limit is given to me." I think that sort of content is going to be good. We're going to finish this series off here. We're certainly going to do another one of these for Team 5, guys, and it's going to be a little bit different. Yeah, something to look forward to. Maybe for Team 4, but the reason why I chose Team 5 is because obviously we've got Team 3 this week. If I did Team 4, I need a break from it basically to just do some other stuff, like logging on every day for an hour isn't, it takes its toll here and there. But yeah, Team 4, if we did Team 4, because it leads into Team 5, we wouldn't be able to do one for Team 5. So we might do a video for like the back end of Team 4 into Team 5. That could be the that'll be the next one. But then after that, yeah, I think some Race to Glories, some other themed content that we've got planned is going to be good. I think for batch 3, which comes out this Friday, a collection book is going to come. I don't know how we're going to do a collection book, because we're going to have to manually kind of create the content, because obviously I'm partnered with Footbin, which means I can't use the orange site, which unfortunately means that Canu Omen as well, he can go. Yeah, which unfortunately means I have to like manually achieve it. But anyway, that's me problems. That's nothing for you guys to worry about. Paul Dutton says, Hennep, I got Hansen from the 5x77, so I think you should be opening those packs as well. Just discard everything below 85. Yeah, I think with right now where we're at, with the fact that we don't have too much fodder in the account because we did those icon player picks, which I suppose they were helpful, because even though we only got Patrick Vieira, he's now the striker for us, which is really, really good. Because we wasted all that fodder, or used all of that fodder, it wasn't a waste. Because we used all of that fodder, it also gave us the coins to go and buy our next player as well. Jonathan Klaus. I absolutely think that ripping those to kind of build up the fodder could be good. However, here we are with 9 minutes, 10 minutes left of the day, and I don't have, excuse me, voice crack. I don't have any packs saved. So I think what we'll try and do then, I guess, is like rip open all of those as much as we can, get through all 44 of them if we can. Give me a Mbappe, Van Dijk would be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, it is Van Dijk. Is he still worth something? 70k. Is there an Evo for him that we could put him into and complete whilst we're playing? I don't know. Give me the Van Dijk. I don't actually think he gets in over Collier or Saliba, hilariously. Yeah, like maybe we'll spend the first 10 or 15 minutes of the next episode. Well, I suppose the next episode will just be the same, really. Maybe what we'll try and do is spend the first 20 or 30 minutes of the next episode building packs to try and get a good player from Team 3. And then spend the last 30 to 40 minutes getting 2 or 3 games in, perhaps. Or maybe even 3 or 4 games in would be quite nice. And just whatever team we get after, maybe we'll just give ourselves like a 20-minute time frame and just say straight there, like, all right, we'll do 20 minutes of pack grinding, then 40 minutes of gameplay, and that will be it. And like I said, though, like when it comes to the gameplay, what I won't be doing is I won't be deading it bang on the hour. Like, if we can, whatever game we start before the hour is up, we get to finish that game. But as soon as the hour is ticked over, the game that we're in is the game that we have to finish. So it kind of like also, it gives us a little bit of like quality of time in that regard. Because let's say we've got like 10 minutes left and I get into a game and the guy's just really, really good, so I back out of that game. We've got 5 minutes left. Let's say I get into a game with 5 minutes left, and let's say that guy's really, really good as well. Because there won't be enough time to back out and get into another game, what we can then do is actually just play that game through, even if it's sweaty and even if I lose, because it's like, it's the, it will be the final game anyway, whether we back out or don't. So, yeah, we almost get like a guaranteed bonus game at the end of the next 3 episodes, which means we've got to fit in 12 games in the next 3 episodes, which I think if we throw away the first 3 games, which I really like the idea of doing, if we throw away the first 3 games, that leaves us only to, we get like the grace period of, that final game of the hour as like a grace period game. So we're guaranteed to throw away 3. We're guaranteed to be able to complete 3, even if it's post the hour. That leaves only 9 games to get done in 2.5 hours. That's not bad. And again, if we push for, I think 8 wins or 9 wins is where I want to be at. Like, look at the player that we just played there. If we can get lots of rage quits in like 30 in-game minutes, 35, 40 in-game minutes, I really, really think we can get to 8 or 9 wins. it just depends if we get those players, and it ultimately, right, it depends on what EA do tomorrow at 6 p.m. If they give an objective in Champs where like playing 13 is part of the objective, we might struggle because people don't rage quit in those instances. People will just put their pad down instead, and that's even worse. That is the worst thing, I think. Anyway, Joshua Harrison says, loving the grind, got NepentheZ 99, and the next day got him again. I've been getting nothing doing exchanges at work, but just a few hours playing console and got 3 elite level cards. Let's go. Team Banan says, for the guy that said doing a 4-nation RTG, I think the most fun nation would be Brazil with the Brazilian league coming back. Yes, it could be. Huge talent pool, big icons, big current players, nostalgic players, etc. This could be one of the most fun ones. You are right, but you're like, there is a problem with that. It's not a problem. It's not a you problem, or it's not even a me problem. It's an EA problem. I started earlier on this year. What did I call it? It was basically a nostalgic RTG where I picked players like Vidal. I picked players like who did I have? Anderson, Talisca, like the classics, right? A lot of the old FIFA players that are still in the game, El Shaarawy, players like that. And then almost instantly, EA started releasing really big promo cards for those cards, whether it be in Season Pass or SBCs. And then EA released that promo. Oh, I can't remember what it was. I don't think it had Vidal in it, mind you. They released a promo. What was it called? Wasn't Dream Chasers. Wasn't Streets Won't Forget. Wasn't Foot Birthday. Wasn't Fantasy. Was it Grassroots Greats? Might have been Grassroots Greats. Hold on. Raul Di Lorenzo. No. Williams. Dybala, McAllister, Bruno Fernandes, Elise. No, it wasn't Grassroots Greats. Grassroots Greats. Future Stars, Numero Foot. Globetrotters. Oh, it might have been Globetrotters. Yeah, it was. It was the Globetrotters promo. They released, for example, Luis Suarez, who I had as an Evo in my like classic RTG. They released Oscar, who I had as an Evo. They released Carrasco, who I had. They released Riyad Mahrez, Lucas Podolski, Roque Santa Cruz, who I had. They released Lozano, who I had. They released Caceres, who I had. They released Agliafico. I don't think I actually had him. Who else did they release that was in my team? Nobody I said, but like basically they started just releasing these cards that I was working on as Evos in these promos, these promo teams. And that was just disappointing because it just obliterated. Like Jordi Alba got a promo card like straight after. What was he in actually? Because I was working on a really sick Evo for him. Oh, maybe you got a team of the week rather than anything else. But yeah, it was just fascinating. Where it was like, yeah, I started doing that, and then EA released that, and I think we'll see that with the Brazilian league and the Mexican league, and I can't remember what the other league is that they've got coming back. But I think we'll see EA lean into those, and I think you can, like, you know, we know that obviously like players like Memphis Depay, Philippe Coutinho, they're in Brazil right now. You've got players like Sergio Ramos in Mexico and such. Like, you're going to see EA give these guys promo cards really early on because it's hype, right? It's like, hey, they're back, right? Bosh, here you go. Have some promo cards for these. Have some SBCs for these. Have some objectives for these players straight away because they're back. And so doing a RTG around those kind of like classic cult hero players, I think EA will outpace you. That's the problem. I think EA will outpace you. And it would be sad, wouldn't it, if you like spent loads of time building up these cards and then they just go and release a massive SBC that's like 20k, 30k's worth of fodder that just puts your Evo cards to shame that you've spent like 800,000 coins on, you know? So we'd have to be careful, but it might be fun to try and like find some really like unique bronze Brazilians and silver Brazilians, bronze Mexicans. You know, there's a good few Arsenal past and present players in Brazil and Mexico. We've got Flores from Arsenal that currently plays for Tigres. Marquinhos for Arsenal, who got loaned out to the Championship and then got loaned back to Brazil. He's now been sold back to Brazil. So Marquinhos for Arsenal as well will be a good one. Maybe I'll pick up the Arsenal players to be able to do it. Anyway, guys, we've got 1 minute of the hour left. We've got 9 packs to go. Obviously, because the game crashed, I'll give myself a few extra seconds. So I think we'll just finish off these 9 packs right here. And then we'll take a look at the team. It was good to get the game in today. It was good to get the game in today, get that gameplay kind of like polished off and finished. The last thing I would have wanted is to like be scrambling to qualify for champs. If we ended up getting really unlucky matchmaking there and had matched like a top-end player that was also just going into their champs qualifiers, that would have been a nightmare. It would have been a big waste of time. But we got through it nice and quick. We got the rage quit in the end, even with the kit clash. I will endeavour to put a black kit and a white kit on, I think, for actual champs games, just to make it a bit easy. So we've got 10 seconds of the hour officially left. And so I think we'll be able to polish off these packs to give ourselves, you know, the time back that we lost from having to restart the game because it crashed. And I think that would be a fair 1 hour on the account for today. And then we will take a look at what the team will be. And yeah, I think tomorrow, 84x10s, 85x10s, they'll be built and saved. I'll grind out tomorrow as well, I think, some 86, 87, 88, and 89 SBCs, everything that we've got. We'll rip those packs to try and pack some players. If we pack a player from Team 3, delightful. If we don't pack a player from Team 3, the team that we've got now that we'll go and take a look at in 1 pack's time, that will be the team that we take into champs. And then I think, yeah, the play for champs will be throwing away... Oh, look at that. We're ending with a special card. I think the play for champs will be throwing away those first few cards. Few games. Throwing away those first few games. And then, yeah, playing from there and hopefully getting some rage quits. So here we are, guys. Let me stop the clock. 1 hour, 59 seconds and 0.55 split seconds. So... you know, like I say, with the extra minute that we deserved, that we earned, we go in there. There's Canu. Let's pop Van Dijk in here as well. And so, yeah, this is going to be the team for tomorrow to play our first games with Buffon in goal, Klaus, Saliba, Koller and McCabe, Smith, Rice, Park Ji-sung, Debinya, Gyökeres and Vieira. The only 2 players that we actually improved today was Vieira up front and Klaus in at right back because Gyökeres we actually already had in the team. So, sadly... we didn't upgrade our squad today, but after just 4 hours on the account, this isn't bad. This isn't bad whatsoever. It could absolutely have been a better team. It could absolutely have been a worse team. I feel like we have been exceptionally unlucky with regards to packing the 98s and the 99s. You know, not to get Vinicius Jr. so far is crazy because he is super common. Even for a 98 rated, I think he's down now actually at like 600,000 coins, which for a 98 rated Vinny J, oh, he's even lower. He's down at 575 now, which for a 98 rated Vinny J shows how common he is in packs. And also, you know, for the 99s, Nuno Mendes, it's 2 million coins still, to be fair. Hansen is the cheaper one. I think she's about 1.3 million coins. I am a little bit surprised that we haven't managed to snag one of Mendes, Hansen, or Vinicius Jr. With that being said, this team is still absolutely good enough to take us to 8 or 9 wins, I would hope. With that, guys, it is going to be the end for today. Thank you for joining me for Hour 4. We will see you tomorrow on Friday for Hour 5. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.